Welcome back to Redneck's Dirty Hands. I'm Pete, and today we got another Polaris in the shop here. That's a 2016 Indy 600 SP. Now, my Uncle Mark called me up the other day. He said, you know what, the boss's young lad here is having some issues with the sled. Want to know if you'd be willing to take a look at it. Maybe do a video on it if you want. Don't have to. So I was like, what kind of sled is it? He's like, well, it's a Polaris. I was like, you want me to take a look at another Polaris? I guess I could put my beer goggles on and take a look at this girl. So today, we're going to see what's going on with that. Apparently, it's got a few drivability issues. It is cutting out around 6,200 RPM. Runs good up until there, but kind of flatlines and dies out. So they got a new set of runners they want me to put on skis. They got a fuel filter for it. Want me to check the power valves. We'll go through the clutching too, check those things. And he's already got an Ultimax sticker on there. He put that on, I didn't. So word's getting out, Mike. I'm not usually a fan of the Polaris, the color schemes and all that, but that one there kind of grown on me because it matches the cold beer sign. Nice one. Don't worry, Mason. She's in good hands. We'll take a good look at it and hopefully be able to fix the issue. So yeah, all the adults, grab yourself a cold one, sit down, relax, enjoy the video. Mason, I think he's only 13, so grab yourself a soda pop and let's check her out. I get a chuckle out of it. You know, I've had comments and stuff, guys chiming in, being like, you shouldn't bash the other brands of snowmobiles. You know, there's a lot of Polaris viewers watching your channel. Like, of course there is. They got plenty of time to watch videos while their sleds broke down. I mean, they kind of named it right, you know, because she's going to be in the shop permanently. But, I mean, take it easy. You know, part of the snowmobile culture is busting each other's balls, you know. I mean, if you're not making fun of your buddy's sled, are you really out snowmobiling? I mean, yeah, I've been partial to the Arctic Cats and Yamahas my whole life. You know, that's just my two favorites, you know. But now that Yamaha's leaving the market, I might have to start test riding some other ones. I did ride, a buddy of mine, Kramer, there just picked up a 2023 Lynx 850. And I'll tell you, that sumbitch angles and rides nice and smooth. So, yeah, we might have to try something different. We'll see. What do we got here? Oh. Frequent stops. Yeah, see, there's two Polaris owners pushing their sled home. So we do have some miscellaneous parts they dropped off. We got to throw on here. Look at that. He was at the snowcross race there in Lindsay. Picked up a couple stickers off you, Mike. Yeah, she is a good-looking rig. Now, it runs and drives and all that. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'll fire it up. You know, our conditions are getting pretty crappy outside. She is awfully sunny. All the snow is disappearing. But I should take it over to McLean skis to the drag strip there. I'll get some baseline running in just so I need to be able to feel and hear and see everything that it's doing. You know, verify the complaint before we go touching and doing anything. You know what I mean? So I think that's what we should do. I'll strap a brain bucket on. We'll go over to McLean skis, do a few passes up and down the test track over there. Since I've picked up this Draggy GPS unit, this is for perfect testing for like quarter mile, eighth mile, your 0 to 60, you know, 60-foot times, 300 foots, all that stuff. Comes in super handy. We were actually just out on the lake with your mama and the shocker using the Draggy and got some pretty accurate 147 mile an hour in the quarter on the shocker and 140 consistent with your mama. Some people say that the Draggies aren't that accurate, but those are the guys that aren't doing the speeds we're doing. So do your research a little bit, and yeah, they're pretty freaking accurate for quarter mile times. First things first, let's spark her up and just have a listen here. Real runner. Yeah, it sounds like this thing's only running on one cylinder here. That ain't good either, so. Oh yeah, look at it. Like a turd. Yeah, we got a fouled plug or something in there, so that's gonna be a problem right out of the gate. So before we do anything, I guess I'm gonna have to check those plugs, swap them out. Obviously, we got a fouled plug or something in there, so I might as well do a compression test now before we do a baseline because it's running like a turd. Okay, so let's just get inside here. It's got a couple of loose fasteners on there, a little rubber strap. Of course, that loose fastener just fell out of there. And I don't think we have to strip it right down apart right now. I think we'll just open up the two side panels. We'll get in there. Should have enough access to get to the spark plugs. Oh yeah, I can see in there, no problem. With the two side panels open, looks like some kind of crazy cartoon animal. It's got like the pointy eyebrows and the wings coming out there. Nice one. Anywho, let's get up in here. Now we can get perfectly good access. A little dark in there, but I can see both spark plugs, no problem. So I'll grab a light and we'll pop them out. There you go. You can see these two fellas. So pop that one off. Probably get the other one from the other side. Oh, I can reach it over here. There we go. Pop those two bogies out. We'll do a compression test. I don't think this has stock plugs in it. Looks like this has, yeah, PR9 EYAs. No, yeah, there you go. Yeah, V-groove. You do get plenty of room to get at the spark plugs and everything on this, though, without taking the top hood panel off or anything. That's kind of nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was only firing on one, so let's do the compression test. Hopefully, not 100% sure what the spec's supposed to be, but like every Polaris we've been testing the last little bit, it's 120. So as long as we see a 120, even both sides, I mean, as long as they're equal, you know, same compression side to side. You could be, you know, even 100 side to side, still gonna run, you know. Yeah, it's a little bit on the low side for sure, but if this is 120 each lung, should be healthy. We just gotta thread our Mac Tools compression tester in there. Don't have to crank it like freaking He-Man. You know, just it's got an O-ring down on there. As long as it's seated and squished, it should seal. Then we got our quick connect in on here. Just clip that together. The gauge up here so somewhere we can see it. I don't know if you can see, but right over here is 120. That's where we wanna get it up to. So with the kill switch down, we're gonna give her 5 tugs, wide open throttle. It's just the way I do it, you know. You don't have to hold the throttle wide open. I just feel it gives it the most maximum air going through there, right? That's the whole point of a compression test. You want drawing in air, trying to squeeze it, right? 5 tugs. Five healthy tugs, and we are just a tick under 120. So not bad, not bad. All right, we got her moved into hole number 2 there. So let's give her 5 good solid tugs. And we are identical, just under 120. So definitely not a compression issue for what's causing what's going on here. Definitely those plugs were not helping. So we're gonna put proper plugs in there. We'll gap it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those EYAs. You know, some guys just like them because they got the V-groove. I'm gonna put regular BPR9ESs in there, gap to 27 thou. We'll see how she runs. So I ordered up a couple of nice NGKs from our good fellas at Napa there. Thanks, boys. Now you take these suckers out of the box. They usually have this cardboard cylinder on there protecting the electrode, but these things here, you know, they sit there and they rattle around, whether they have that or not, or somebody's, you know, somebody's chucking the box around in the back of the delivery truck. So you never know, it could affect the gap on this. So it's always a good idea to check. I've got this sliding scale one that I use off the Snap-on truck there. So all I do is drop it in and we slide it over. These are supposed to be 27 thou, and that one right there, we're just over the 25. So I say we are golden. Set the other one, plop them in. All right, those fresh bogies are in. They're tight and right. So I'm trying out some wireless microphones too, try and help with the audio signal for the videos, you know. Try and keep the quality always advancing. Let me know what you guys think, if you like it or not. I know I did a couple of test clips and it just seems weird, like how loud you can hear my voice in the clips, but whatever. Well, let me know what you guys think. Let's see if 2 fresh bogies bring this sucker to life. Instantly better. Okay. So, I think now we can go for a test ride. All right, let's see what we can do. apparently anywhere from 100 to 140 kilometers an hour here already. Not sure what that's all about. Let's take a look at that RPM when we're ripping around. Well, I mean, as you can see, the conditions over here are getting pretty bad. This winter season has just been garbage for snowmobilers, but even just the test ride over here, yeah, half throttle, this thing is bogging, dying out. Can't really rev over anything. 62, I saw 6,500 coming down the flat straight there, but still, that was easing into it. I couldn't get any more out of it, so I don't think there's any point in putting a draggy on here because this thing is not performing at all. So at least we verified the complaint. Let's baby her back to the shop and see if we can fix it. I mean, the conditions suck, but we can still see if she dangles. That right there is a negatory. She no dangle. This thing needs a lot of love. There you go, baby. We'll take care of you. That sumbitch right there, don't dangle. She's gonna need some tissues for its issues. You riding that thing around with your buddies, you're gonna be in the back of the pack. So yeah, 6,062. I could get it up to 6,500, but I had to really feather and play with the throttle. It's like as soon as you hit half throttle, just bleh, that's all she had. So there's definitely something going on. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think's wrong with it. We're gonna try a couple of things. They gave me some gaskets for the power valves, so we're gonna pull the power valves out, give them a clean and check them. Maybe there's something going on with the valves, the bellows, who knows, something like that. Got a fuel filter, we'll pop that in. Maybe she's a little bit restricted on fuel flow or something. It definitely feels like something's holding it back. We're gonna check the clutches too, just check the deflection, the belt. Maybe pop one of those on there just cause. I mean, hey, he is rocking the Ultimax sticker on there. So if he's showing us love, let's show some back. Let's throw one on there for him, right? No problem, Mason. But I guess now I got to see if I can pull that hood unit off. Haven't taken one off yet. I'm sure just on the clips it pulls off. Fingers crossed. So yeah, let's pitter patter, get at her. So I just totally removed the side panels, and then I think all we got is these little plastic push pin things there. Pull that out, and then possibly 2 Torx screws there, and then I'm hoping that slides off. We'll see. I already got the one plastic push pin out on the other side. I just used my Swiss Army knife. Just got to get underneath the head of the center plastic part and pull the whole plastic pin out. Switch over to our Torx. Got those 2 fellas. Then in a perfect world, this, something in my freaking eye. This hood should just like slide forward and pull off, I'm guessing. I'm hoping. It's gonna be an electrical connector somewhere. Oh, there's a big bulkhead connector over here. Undo it. And tickety-boo, I see you. All right. Not bad, not bad. So this is a direct like factory line for this thing. So just having a peekaboo here, you can see the two fuel lines coming off the tank there, run down in behind the oil bottle, and then tuck way down in there and clip into the fuel rails. So I'm guessing we got to pull that oil tank off of there just to gain some access. It's a little bit of clearance so we can get at that line. We'll swap it. And then also that belt is very, very loose. So guaranteed that's not the cause of what is going on, but this is just, that won't do. No way. So we're definitely going to take them to the max with it all to max. And then we'll adjust up the belt deflection. I got a pretty good feeling once we do the fuel line, the belt, set the deflection, I'm gonna pull those two power valves, super easy access to get at those guys. We're gonna pull them out, give them a good cleaning, make sure the diaphragms aren't torn or anything like that. Willing to bet dollars to donuts she's gonna dangle after this. So we gotta try and get this oil tank out of the way. So it's got a little Torx bolt that's the same size as the two Torx bits that we're holding the hood on. Peel that sucker out of there. Looks like this bracket here is freaking holding that on, so we gotta undo that guy there. Like, come on. What is the deal with that? All right, I guess that's staying on there. Then this just has a little rubber band holding it down on that end there. We might get lucky and just kind of dangle this off to the side, put the lid on that so I don't freaking spill it all over myself. Oh yeah, just hang out there, bro. Then we got a 10 mil holding it on here. Like, this must be the main computer or whatever, and it's got like capacitors or something there, and I can see the bottom of it. Looks a little corroded around there. Like, I'm not sure what the deal is with that Polaris. Nice one. Same thing, flop him over. And would you just look at that? There's the fuel filter right there. Can I get that line off of there? Oh, looks like there's a little Torx or Allen key holding that in over there. And then up here, she's a quick connect. All right, we might be able to weasel our way in there. Or not, whatever. Oh, looks like this belt guard is blocking the path. All right, guess we gotta take that off. Oh, just launch that sucker. There's a couple of 10 mils. Looks good thing they're studs though. Holding that guy on there. Oh, yeah, we can just lift that up. We can get it that Allen key down there. Oh, beauty, beauty. Okay, so as you can see, we pulled those two studs out, so now we can move that around. All we need now, we gotta undo that quick connect on the line there, and then come down in here. We got that little Allen key holding the line in. We'll pop that loose. We should be golden and get this out of here. Undo that fella. Now, I'm sure it's gonna squirt some fuel. Maybe grab a rag. Come on. Oh, it does not want to let go out of there. Fine. I'll pop you off of here first. This one here just has a green clip, plastic clip. You just gotta push the ends in on it. And then it'll lift right out of there. Oh, just like so. We got that end off. And then, that out of the way. We'll just keep twisting and pulling this guy out. This end's got like 2 O-rings sealing it in there, so she's gotta be a little bit tight. Yeah. There we go. But that there is your fuel filter unit. Oh yeah, what the? Like, why are they bubble wrapping that? Like, okay. Just so I can't freaking get it off, that's why. Come on. Oh, you bugger. All right, so let's put it back in. Went in a lot nicer than it came out. That's what she said. And then this end, the quick connect, all you gotta do is push it down, push the little green tabby thing in, and it locks in. And then put this little tab to keep that thing locked in there. Geez, I need a third hand instead of a third leg. This is like a bugger. Like literally, just a bugger. Oh, I'm getting you though. Okay. Cinch that sucker up. Beauty. So we got the fuel line on. That's golden, good to go. So now we're gonna pull these 2 power valves out of here. And it just has rubber hose with a spring clamp on there. Just pull them right off. They're not on there too tight. And then looks like we got 4 10 mil bolts. Let's take that sucker out of there. Oh geez, you know what? Doesn't really look that dirty. Let's check the other side. Oh, of course this one won't freaking come out because it's hitting the steering post. You dirty dog. I'm guessing we're gonna have to unbolt that. All right. So the mag side power valve one, super simple. Pull it all out in one unit just by taking the 2 long bolts out. The clutch side one, not so much. I had to pop the cap off the diaphragm there so I could clearance the steering post. I even unbolted the steering post just so I could wiggle it around a little bit. But if you work it out the right way, you kind of keep it compressed, you get enough room just to kind of slide it out. And I mean, we got to check these bellows anyway, make sure there's no tears or cracks or anything in there. So we'll give these a quick little cleanup. They don't really look all that bad. So yeah, we'll give them a cleanup, new gaskets, pop them back on, and then move on. You've seen us clean power valves before in other videos. These ones aren't really all that bad, but I mean, hey, we're there. We want to check all the issues. My preferred method is the brake clean. Good buddy Jamie at Iron Equipment hooks me up with this Klondike brake clean. Take that stuff in a razor blade, give her a clean, you know. It's just for peace of mind. Although a lot of people live by the other mantra, mind over matter. It's not mind, don't matter. So we'll just spray some brake clean on there, get it wet, and then you just scrape all that carbon and crap off of there. And after just a little bit of farting around there's before, dirty girl. And after, ooh, nice and shiny. That's gonna be good, efficient. That power valve will be power valving. That one, not so much. This other one here is actually loose. They're threaded onto these end caps here, and look at how gross that is. Might as well give that a cleaning too. Okie dokie artichoke. Put a new gasket on the power valve here. Obviously gonna do the harder to reach side first. Boom. Then just gotta make sure the diaphragm is sitting in the groove where it needs to be. And we got our cap, center spring, that's gotta go inside the center part there, then it goes around the center part on the diaphragm and the power valve. 2 short screws, 2 long screws. Drop a screw. Oh, get back here. Oh, just like so. Put the long ones in first because they hold the whole thing down anyway. And we'll just send it home. This other one's not so bad. You can bolt the top and bottom one already on there and then just slip it in as a unit. Come on. Tickety-boo. Plug these lines back on. Nice one. Alrighty, so power valves are clean and back in. Fuel line is done and on there. I was gonna put an Ultimax belt on there while we were doing all this, but this is reality, you know, it's real life. I thought I had a belt for this, an XS801 I thought would be for this Polaris. Not so much. I believe this takes an XS809. So, in the meantime, he had a new belt in the back trunk there, or it looks fairly fresh. I don't see any real issues with it. So I'm going to set this one up on here. We'll set the deflection, and then I think we'll take her for a bit of a dangle just to see. I'm hoping maybe it was a clogged fuel filter was causing the main issue, because those power valves were not that bad. I mean, the belt deflection was off on this thing, but I don't think it's enough to, you know, cause what was going on. It was definitely like an ignition or fuel issue going on. So we'll drop this belt on here. Oh, come on. Just like so. Let me spin this tool out of here. It's got a adjuster nut here. It's got a lock nut, which is, I think, a 10 mil or a 7/16 or something like that. Or a, what size is it? Yeah, 7/16. You crack that sucker loose, and then you use a 1/8 Allen key, and then you back that out or screw it in to set your adjustment. So we're going to back it right out for now. And we're going to take our tool out. And then we roll the belt around the secondary to get her to tighten up. We want to get it till this is nice and snug. And then we lock down the jam nut. Hold that Allen key from turning while you lock her down. I think that's the ticket right there. Okay, let's put it back together. Take her for a rep. All right, well, made it back over to McLean's. It's the same day, same conditions, all that stuff. I babied her over here. Let's just see if there's an improvement. Remember, clean the power valves, change the fuel filter, adjusted the belt deflection. It's not an Ultimax belt on there right now, but we'll put one on. Let's see what she does. All right. Okay, Mason, let's see if she dangles. Remember, we couldn't get over 6,500 RPM there. Oh yeah, she was dangling. I did put the draggy on there just to see. What do we got here? 8th mile. 65.93 mile an hour. That ain't bad, that ain't bad. Well, I'd say she's working quite a bit better, buddy. I gotta say, she's a certified dangler now. Mason, she dangles. That's, you know what? That was hitting easily 8,000 RPM there, which is where that, you know, approximately where it should be. So she was getting full pull. I'm so used to riding a sled with studs. That thing ain't got no studs, so it was slipping and sliding. It's icier heck out there. So maybe you want to look into putting some studs in there. We still do have to put some carbides on it. I know you left me some there. But the main idea was to get this thing up and running. So 100%, you know, obviously we had a fouled spark plug. That was one major concern. And then even with 2 fresh bogies in there, this thing was still running like a turd, 6,200 RPM, 6,500 RPM. I'm almost positive it was that fuel filter. You know, that fuel line there probably just bunged up. The power valves weren't all that bad. I mean, they were a bit dirty, but I'm sure they were still working. So guaranteed, if you got one of these fuel injected, you know, 600 Liberty Indy slow, if it's slow on you, it's not revving out or whatever, and everything else seems okay, check that filter, because boom, like that, ski tips in the air. So now, I mean, he's got an Ultimax sticker on there, but he doesn't have an Ultimax belt on it. So I thought we had one. I don't. Checked it over there with the draggy, you know, 65 over in our track in the 8th mile, you know, ain't too bad. 65, it's running fine, but what would it do with an 809? Oh, look at that. Crack a cold one and good things happen. I haven't even had any of the beer yet, and I'm seeing double. Would you look at that? Geez, if belts keep magically appearing every time I crack a beer, I'm gonna have a lot of belts. The fine folks at Ultimax there supplied me with a brand new XS809 for this one. We're gonna put it on and go for a rip one more time. All right, well, Mason, I mean, you're not old enough to drink, so this round ain't on me, but this belt is, buddy. You're welcome. You know, we're gonna throw this belt on your sled there. You're a young fella. She's gonna dangle now. You get out there and beat on it, you know. Give it a few heat cycles before you give her full dangle and take her to the max. But, you know, put it to use. Let us know the feedback on it. They're great belts, you know. I don't know how many of the viewers there are using the Ultimax belts or want to. I mean, leave a comment. Let me know your opinion on the belts and, you know, if you heard about it from Redneck's Dirty Hands. Oh, yeah, fitting on there like a glove. Oh, I think she set up just mint. Nice one. All right, Mason, you are good to go. That belt's on there tight and right, ready to dangle. You know, the good fellas at Ultimax Belts have been supporting us. You know, we've been trying to push their brand a little bit as for what we can do. You know, we're a small channel, but leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know if you guys are willing to try these belts, you know, just from seeing it on the videos. Give us an idea of what we're doing is working, if the message is getting out there. I mean, I think it kind of is. This young lad put a sticker on there all on his own, and he didn't have a belt on here, so I think the idea of taking it to the max is getting out there, boys. All right, we're locked and loaded, ready to go. The only thing left is to grinner and penner and see how how the Ultimax belt works. So the only problem is this season is, how would I describe this sled season? Magical. Yeah, real magical, because the snow's pulling a freaking Houdini. She's disappearing act, man, so this is probably going to be more of a grass drag over at McLean Skis. I haven't seen the track over there, but it was getting pretty thin to begin with, and she's been pretty warm outside, so hope you don't mind me grass dragging your sled, Mason. All right, let's see how much mud we're going to be ripping through here. inch of snow left on here. Ugh, nice one. Well, I mean, yeah, that sucks. There's no freaking snow out here. And the sled's pulling hard, you know. That belt's working great, you know. She's running good. We're hitting the RPM we need to be hitting. I kind of wanted to see what it would do with the Ultimax on there on the draggy. But I guess we're going to find out in the grass, because I want to do the same distance pull. And apparently, I haven't been using the draggy right. So I was talking to my buddy Kurt, Kurt King's Customs there. He's a draggy lover, and he knows it in and out. He walked me through it, how to set the custom table so I can get different foot times and speeds and all that. So I got it set up for 300 feet, 400 feet, 500 feet, all that. I say we give her a stretch down the dirt track here and just kind of see what we get. All right, draggy says we're ready, so I'm just going to stick it on to the handlebars there, reset it, clip her in her pocket. I know it's not going to be a totally fair comparison because we're ripping on, you know, the lawn, not the snow. But, I mean, this is just for entertainment and educational purposes. Let's just see how it goes. My God. What did we end up getting? So, what do we got? Well, unfortunately, none of these are verified to 330, 0 to 60 or any of that, but the 400 foot's verified. And 66 miles an hour. Not bad, not bad. 500 feet. 71. Oh, there you go. Did we make it? 660, 8th mile basically, right? No, we were slowing back down, so we didn't make it down the 8th mile. So see, there you go. That's how you can do it. You just put different distances in. So 500 feet, we were still pulling hard and hit a 71, almost 72. So not bad, baby, not bad. All right, well, I might as well just take it back. There is no snow to have fun. Nice one. Well, I gotta say, that was a fun ride on the old Polaris there. That job, total success. Guaranteed. The main issue with that was that fuel filter, that you know, factory dealer line or whatever. Must have been just getting plugged up or whatever, not getting the proper flow, you know. So now she dangles, man. The combination of, you know, good fuel flow, an Ultimax belt, and a grass track over there, I guess, you know, she's dangling. But geez, this thing here, if you put some studs in it, she'd be dangerous. You might have to change it to the name like that movie Pretty Woman, you know, because she'd be hooking. And I mean, thanks, shout out to Ultimax there for hooking up this young fella with an Ultimax belt. You know, he's showing the brand loud and proud. You know, it's a new generation of young fellas that just want to take it to the max. And now, thanks to my buddy Kurt King's Customs there, that I got a little bit of a better understanding of how the draggy actually works. We can get some accurate times over there. You know, I was like a ding-dong. I was going by the 1/8 all the time over there on all the other passes, but I was actually off the throttle then. So now we know we'll target 400 and 500 feet over there. The draggy will pick it up. Like that thing there, 71 mile an hour. Not bad at all. And that's just in 500 feet. So yeah, she's all right, Polaris. Yeah, it's fast. Okay. But as always, you know, hope you enjoyed this video. You know, I had fun making this one, you know, helping out a young fella, you know, get back on the snow if we ever get some snow. But really appreciate all the support in the comments. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you want to try the Ultimax brand. You can even reach out and let Ultimax know. That way maybe they'll keep giving me belts. And go to their site, use the belt finder, find a belt that fits your rig, and, you know, send them a message. tell them you heard it from Redneck's Dirty Hands. You know, and we appreciate all the support on the channel. We're getting close to 25,000, which is, you know, pretty freaking cool. You know, it's been a lot of support, a lot of positive comments and all that, and we really do appreciate it. Everybody going to our website, checking out our merch and everything, and, you know, picking up some decals. We're seeing sheet angle stickers and nice ones and our logos on people's sleds all over the place, and it's amazing, you know. Now I got to pitter-patter, get at her, and start making a new video, so take her easy. Cheers.